Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. And how are you doing today? I was looking back at my banner. I should really do something different with that, shouldn't I? It's not the cutest thing on the planet. I mean, you can't see my name. You just see Witchy, part of the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, there's a lot of things around here that need to be fixed, but it's a slow process. Oh, I cannot believe it's July. I can't believe it. It's crazy how fast this month has gone. And I just know summer's going to be gone, because we'll start haying and then, you're haying and then, moving hay and and then school's going to be here. I only have one in school, but there's something about the school season that I just dread. I loved summer vacation when my kids were little. Absolutely loved it. I'd plan all these things that we were going to do. I'd ask them to make lists of what they wanted to do for the summer, and we would do crafts and we would do all sorts of things. We never always got everything done, but we'd make a stab at it and see what we could get done. Do you do stuff with your children if you have little kids or grandkids? No. Yes. Everybody's so busy. Life is so busy. I just feel like it's 50 times busier than when the kids were little, which is weird because when you have little kids, it's chaos. You know what it's like. It's utter chaos. Utter chaos. You happen to see my Facebook posts. If you noticed a few back, there was a picture of the soap we're doing today with a friend of mine with his candy. He's a vendor down at the same store that I sell my soaps at, and he's always making comments about asking me if he can eat the soap. Can he eat the soap? Can he eat the soap? It's like, no, you cannot eat the soap. So I did a post on Facebook, saying, this is soap, here's my soap, do not eat, and then his candy, yes, eat. Oh, it was so funny. But anyway, yeah, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But today we're doing the 5th soap in the Here Comes Summer soap series. So 3 things: be kind, be forgiving, and be you. And let's go check out number 5. Here Comes Summer, Cactus and Dewberry. Okay, I think I call it Cactus Dewberry, not Cactus and Dewberry, although that is the fragrance oil from Wholesale Supplies Plus that I am using in this soap batter. In this soap. I guess it's soap batter to begin with. Now, this supposedly is supposed to accelerate. And that is what it said. Acceleration, acceleration, acceleration. So I'm like, okay. But the design I had for it was very specific. And I was like, I'm going to play this as safe as possible and not put that scent into anything until I have everything mixed up. So it is literally just on the offside of emulsion and maybe not quite. But when you mix your colors, you're at mixing more and more and more. And so it's fine. It's fine. So my colors for this, the pink, where the heck is my stuff? Okay, so we have green oxide, which is the dark green. We have mint jaloop, which is the light green. So that one right there is the green oxide. Okay, just plain green oxide. And then the light green in the little bowl to the right is the mint jaloop. And we put titanium dioxide in the rest of the batter. And the pink is, why is it not labeled? Ballet slippers. That's what the pink is. Ballet slippers. But there is, with a little bit of lollipop green in there. And, maybe I didn't put that in there. Never mind. But the pink is totally unscented. Okay? Totally unscented. And the water is coconut hydrosol and distilled water. Okay? But I kind of panicked because I was like, people say this set up. Like, like, it's gonna get thick. You can't do swirls. You can't. And I was like, you know, maybe if I take my time. I don't know how bad it was. I just remember I put, you know, in my notes on my paper before I started, it's supposed to accelerate, but I really wanted to use this fragrance oil for this soap. So I was like, this is how we're going to do it. Okay. Very, very, very carefully. So I did a drop swirl. Okay. So as you can see, most of the white goes into right away. It goes in there right away. And then, see, I didn't add the fragrance oil until I was ready to go. And then in goes the mint julep all the way. Because I wasn't taking chances. I wasn't going to do like 8 passes, you know, of this. I was worried, you guys. I was worried. And so it was like the fastest pour over lunchtime ever. You would be surprised how many times I take lunch, and it's, what'd you do for your lunch hour? Or whatever I take, half hour. It depends on the day. It's like, see, you can see it's ricing in there. Ugh. Yeah. I make soap over my lunch hour. If it's all prepped and ready to go. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. But yeah, so I had some really crazy, I call it ricing. I mean, some people would probably just say, no, it's not. It's just thickening up. Well, it's thickening up in a weird way. See how thick that is? You know, there's no way you would do you could do a bowl swirl absolutely with this, but it did thicken up, and I just hoped I got something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure I got something out of it, I did take a hanger to it. What else you gonna do? I was panicking, but I wanted this dang fragrance oil. Okay, so I'm slimming it out. Okay, and here is the unscented. I don't know why I unscented it. I really don't, but I left it unscented. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why. So this I am just doing just to try and get it to a thicker trace. That's all I'm doing, because I'm going to pipe it. And I had way too much. I had 10 ounces. I should have just did the whole thing. It's a little weird. It's a little wonky if you see it. I should have just did the whole thing, but I should have just done it in a row. But I wanted it different. I wanted it something different. So that's just how it is. And then of course a little bit of eco glitter. Gotta put some bling on this thing. Eco glitter is supposed to be dissolvable in water. So if you would spray the top with something or steam it really heavily, and I mean heavily, your eco glitter will go bye-bye. Which is why it does wash off pretty fast in the shower. It does. And this got heat padded. Eventually I do start putting this mold in the oven, with the whole setup I have to keep the bars as straight as possible. But otherwise it just sits on a heat pad for like an hour on high, depending on the soap. If it's got a lot of, like coconut milk powder or buttermilk or, something like that, then I heat the heat pad up and then I go maybe a half an hour. But if it doesn't, if it's just the regular lye water and stuff like that, I will go an hour on the heat pad to bring it to a really good gel phase. Personally, I prefer the oven. I really do. I don't know why. I think it just works better. I think it's insulated better. Like my wood molds, when you have the wood outside, even if it's a silicone mold in the middle, I just feel that they insulate the soap better and it turns out better. But that's just my personal opinion. There's 8,000 other soapers who all use just a silicone, box mold, and they do a gorgeous, gorgeous job. And So, yep, that's just me. But here we go. They are all cut and they have that wonky top because, you know, I couldn't make up my mind what I was doing with the top. I just knew I was doing something. And, yeah, I did. My soap cutter, I don't know why it does that sometimes. That bottom, I get that bottom lip. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It is what it is. But for an accelerating batter, this don't look so bad. You know, the drop swirl, I think it looks cute. I think it really worked. Being cautious, being overly cautious is sometimes, you know, sometimes it backfires on me. But this time it was all a good thing. Like literally all a good thing that I was very cautious about it and, you know, played it safe. I totally played it safe. What else can I say? I totally played it safe as chicken. I wanted it to turn out. You know, I've been rebatching soaps all year, you know, and I mean that one set was, you know, from like when I first started, you know, which is quite a few years ago, and you know, yeah, I hang on to soaps. I hate throwing stuff away, you guys. It's like when you get a really cute box in the mail and you're like, it's just a nice solid box and you're like, oh, that's a nice box, you know, and you don't want to throw it away. Yeah, but I gotta start being a little more picky about what I keep and what I save because, yeah, clutter is a thing. I think clutter is something we all tend to, not all, because there's these decluttering channels on YouTube, you know, declutter your house. I need more than a declutter person. I would need a decorator and a cleaner and, you know, all the things. They're super cute. Here are the fragrance notes for these super cute bars. I just think they're adorable. I really do. Here are the bars right after I cut them. And here are the bars when they are totally cured. They're gorgeous. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. And God bless.